Hey guys, alright, we're going to do a new Let's Play today. It's called A Clash of Kings. This is a mod for Mountain Blade Warband. It's essentially Game of Thrones. Just to kind of give you a little bit of background, this is right after the king has been killed and his son's taken over. Ned Stark had just gotten his head chopped off, so it's roughly in that era, right after that actually. So at this point in time, we're going to go ahead and get started. To give you a little bit of a heads up, what I plan on playing is I'm going to play a knight. I'm actually going to go for a Targaryen bastard. I'm going to name myself Blackfire. Hopefully we can get their banner. I think it's in the game, but I'm not 100% positive. And we're going to go from there. I haven't picked a house or which troops I'm going to play just yet. I'm not too familiar with the mod. I haven't played it before. I don't know too much about the strengths and the weaknesses of all of the troops or the armor or anything like that. So this is going to be all brand new to me as well. I haven't done any research on this just yet, and I don't really plan to for this particular Let's Play. So let's go ahead and get started. I will go ahead and make sure. Alright, I will go ahead and read through a lot of the dialogue to get this a little bit, or keep this a little bit more interesting. So, to get started here, you go for a stroll in the streets of your hometown when you hear that King Robert has been gored to death by a large boar. The fishmonger that you're speaking with tells you that Ned Stark, the Hand of the King, tried to usurp the throne, but the valiant King Joffrey's advisors managed to foil his plot, and peace has surely been restored. However, a few days later, a weary traveler arrives with more news. Following the imprisonment of Lord Stark, the Northern Lords marched south to defeat the Lannisters and free their liege. They ambushed the army of the Kingslayer, routed his forces, and captured Sir Jaime. After which they broke the siege of Riverrun. All of a sudden, the odds seem to be turning against Joffrey, and his name is no longer shouted in the streets. Making a quick decision, you decide to strike out, hurriedly selling off your meager possessions to a fat innkeeper, and packing only the most essentials. You finally feel like you're in control of your own destiny, and whatever course you take, great deeds await you. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and play Mel, since we are going to be we are going to go ahead and play a bastard of the Targaryens. Since it's your father was a landless knight, I'm going to make that a little bit different. We're going to pretend that he was actually my father, per se, was an adopted father, and I don't know exactly who my birth father or mother are. So we'll go with that. You spent your early life as, let's go a noble in training. We're going to pretend like we were kind of hidden away. We'll decide where as this gets a little bit more interesting. Alright, later you became, let's see here, should I do a squire? Squire's probably a good way to do it. Let's not worry so much about the stats. We're not going to worry about the stats too much. Like I said, I don't know too many or much of where these are going to place the stats, so we're just going to go with whatever lore I want to play with. So, let's do, in this particular one, he is a Targaryen. I guess a lust for money and power would probably suit him pretty well. Sense of duty, personal revenge. Let's do a lust of power, or money and power. Okay, so you were born years ago. Your father was a landless knight. He served Old Lord Wynt as a sworn sword, never improving his own and his family's lot in life. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as a noble in training. As a boy growing out of childhood, you were trained and educated to perform the duties and wield the rights of a landed noble. The managing of taxes and rents were equally important in your education and diplomacy, and even personal defense. You learned everything you needed to become a lord in your own right. Then, as a young adult, life changed, as it always does. You became a squire, though the distinction felt sudden to you. Somewhere along the way you had become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. When you were named squire to one of Lord Wynt's knights, you practiced long hours with weapons, learning how to deal out hard knocks and how to take them too. You were instructed in your obligations to your lord, and of your duties to those who might one day be your vassals. But in addition to learning the knightly ideal, you also learned about the less uplifting side, old warrior stories of ruthless power and politics, of betrayals and usurpations, of men who used guile as well as valor to achieve their aims. But soon everything changed, and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision was lust for money and power. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. To everyone else, it's clear that you're now motivated by solely by personal gain. You want to be rich, powerful, respected, and feared. You want to be the one who others hurry to obey. You want people to know your name and tremble whenever it's spoken. You want everything, and you won't let anyone stop you from having it. As a nobleman, you may find that you are able to take your place among great lords relatively quickly. Okay, so the stats we are starting with, it looks like 1 power strike, 1 weapon mastery, 1 writing, 1 tactic, and 1 leadership. Doesn't look like it's going to be all that great, but that's okay. I'm not sure what these two are. I'm sure Fog of War just makes it so I can't see most of the map, but we're not going to touch them for now since I don't know exactly what they do. Alright, so what will the game saving policy be? Let's do realistic. Enter your name. Alright, I always go with Phaedred. If you don't know me, that is definitely the name I always go with. And then we're going to go with Blackfire. So, once again, oh, that's not how you spell Blackfire. Once again, the basis behind this is that I don't know my real mother and father. I've been adopted. The only thing I do know about my heritage is my actual name is Blackfire. So, it should make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, so since we are going to be a knight, we're not going to use bows. Throwing weapons, we'll use throwing weapons. I think that should make it a little bit more interesting. So let's knock up my strength by 2. Let's go with intelligence, another 1, give us another skill point, and charisma by 1. Let's get my iron flesh up. Let's get my power strike all the way maxed out. Let's go ahead and we won't worry about tracking just yet. Pathfinding should be as high as I can get it. Let's go with at least 1 in prison management. And let's put 1 in shields. Alright, so we're mostly going to be using one-handers, pole arms, and maybe some throwing. So we'll go with that. And adjust your characters. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create my character. I won't make you guys sit through this, so I'll go ahead and just phase this out and I'll be right back. Alright guys, well, I've got my character here. This is what I've decided to pick out. Blonde, which is a very Targaryen feature, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. And then he's got the violet eyes. I don't know if violet eyes are necessarily a Targaryen feature, but we're going to go with it. Okay, you join a merchant and his family traveling towards Storm's End. Green shoots of wheat, barley, and oats are all across the dark soil of the rolling hills and on the lower slopes of the snow-capped mountains. Herds of cattle, aurochs, and sheep are grazing in the summer's grass. Occasionally, too, you catch sight of one of the great war horses that are the pride of nobility. The land here is rich, but also troubled, as the occasional burnt-out farm bears witness, a testament to the chaos of the Tyrell host caused when it marched through 16 years earlier. You keep a wide berth of the forests, where desperate men have taken refuge. While passing by the burned ruins of Summerhall, the merchant declares that he changed his mind, wanting to take his wares to Weeping Tower instead, having heard of Lyssini's galleys docking at the nearby harbor. Following a long trek through Rainwood, you finally see the town of Weeping Tower in the distance. You're exhausted by the time you find the inn and go in search of a decent tavern. According to an old blind man sitting on the corner, drinking a mug of stale ale, a kraken has been seen off the coast of Dorne. A 5-headed calf has been born, killing its mother in the process, surely an omen to be taken seriously. Dismissing the old fool as crazy, you venture out onto the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden you hear a sound that stands the hairs on the neck or on the back on your neck on end, the rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. Alright, here we go. Alright, so it looks like I've got a spear and just a dagger. Alright, where is this guy? Oh, nice, they've got some battle music in this guy. Oh, here we go. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Let's make sure he's dead, huh? Is there any more? Oh, there's the merchant. Okay. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive at any rate. I'm not sure what we can say for the same for the yellow fellow. That's one less thief to trouble our streets at night, although Father knows he won't be the last. Anyway, let's talk more inside. There's a chill to the air I'd rather be without. Merchant takes you inside his house. Alright. So his name is Osbert Clerk. Let's see what Osbert wants. Now, let me explain my proposition. You seem a little disoriented. I do not know who or where you're from, and to tell you the truth, I do not care. I'm simply a merchant, and if I've learned anything, it's that merchants are the first to suffer in hard times, so I'm planning to travel to another country, peaceful and rainless, I hope. I have heard that in the free cities, gold flows from watery fountains, so maybe I'll go and try my fortune in Pentos or Volantis. Anyway, I advise you, before I leave, do the same, and to seek your own fortune in other lands. War is sure to engulf the 7 kingdoms, now that the hand has been executed, and the people will be nothing more than war fodder. Poverty feeds on the weak, and the strong men abuse the sword and the lance to impose their power and control over the humble ones. In order to trade, we must pay heavy taxes in each city, sort out bandits and pirates, and pray that the local lord, ignorant and lazy, do not decide to get half of our merchandise to to fund his next feast or buy a new horse for his son. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Take my advice and go across the narrow sea until a new king has been crowned and anointed by the high septon. Law and unity will remain in Vulture's feasting table. So I say, seek your destiny elsewhere. Let's go with this. I appreciate the sentiment, but I think I'll stay. War brings opportunity, and I mean to seize my chance, make a name for myself. Oh, well, I suppose you're right at that, but remember this. War also brings maimed men and raped women, dead children and shattered hopes. I hope you have a certain look of, well, you have a certain look of ability to you. Take this silver and remember me. You should ever make something for yourself. Interesting. It's interesting that he's just giving me money, and he says he doesn't even know me. Oh, well. I wish this was a little bit more like Skyrim and I could take all these items, but it's okay. Okay, so that's a little bit different. I know in normal Mountain Blade they give you a quest right off the bat, but he doesn't seem too interested in that. Broken Men. Yeah, let's not play with that. Alright, let's see exactly what we've got going on, where we're at. Okay, so that's the south of the map. That's Dorne. So we have quite a bit here. King's Landing, Castle Rock, Dragonstone, the normal stuff here. The Ire. Let's see. Winterfell. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get started here. There's no time to waste looking at the map here. Alright, let's go ahead and get some recruits. Oh, here we go. So we gotta pick our banner. That's an interesting one. Alright, so we're looking for the Targaryen one. I'm pretty sure they have one. And the Blackfire Targaryens are the reverse, which is the red with the black sickle. So, I'm gonna go with that. You know what? It might have been the black with the red sickle. No, I think that's right. Okay, let's go with that. So, recruit peasants. Yep, we do want that. Only one guy here. That's alright. We'll take it. Better than nothing. Recruit some more. No one from here. Let's start heading out. Yeah, we don't have to. Oh, I guess I need to be careful of that. Let's get these looters. There's only 5 of them. There's only 2 of us, but well, let's give it a shot. Change commander, take the field, lead your troops, charge the enemy. Let's lead my troops. I don't know exactly what take the field means, but that's fine. Oh, this looks great, actually. They did a really good job on this. Except for I can hear those guys like they're right next to me, but that's fine. Okay, you go ahead and hold this position. I don't want you to die off too early here. Okay, so this does count as a lance, so this would be pretty good. Let's get them out of the water here, because that water will do my horse no justice. Come on, boys. That little broken down tower looks pretty cool. Actually, this whole area looks pretty cool. They did a really good job on this. Oh, and we waited a little too long here. That's fine. Let's see if we can get one of these guys out. Alright, and down goes one. Ooh, +4 to my polearms. That's nice. Alright, let's take out this archer next, because this is not going to be good. There we go, +2. Alright, archer. Let's see what you got here, buddy. Alright, archer down. 2 more to go. It's 28 damage to your shoulder there, buddy. Alright, let's see if we can take out this next one. He's going to be... Oh, no, there we go. Oh, we took a little bit of damage there. By the way, I am playing on half damage, so I'm not playing full damage. That would have damn near killed me right there if I had been. Oh, right through the head. There we go. 27 damage. Victory. That's right. Let's do a little celebration dance and get out of here. 5 casualties down. Here's some bows, but once again, we're not going to use bows. So there's some gloves for us, though. +5, +5. That's not going to help us out. +5, +16. It doesn't look like we're going to upgrade any of that, but we could use a helmet. +9. Alright, we're going to take everything so we can sell it. Let's go back in here and sell really quick. Let's go to the marketplace and sell everything we just picked up here. See if we can pick up some extra gold. That bread does not look very tasty. Let's pick up some more, anything really, I guess, really quick. Let's pick up some grain and we'll get out of here. Actually, you know what, let's see what they have in the tavern here. Alright, sell sword. We're not going to have very much money for that kind of thing. Ransom broker. We didn't pick up anybody there. Alright, hail and well met. I'm Master Grazmak Mo Senko of the great city Astapor, most favored in the great Harpy, the jewel of the East, and the heir to, I don't even know how to say that empire. Greetings, where's Astapor? Or Astapor. Astapor lies in the Slaver's Bay, close to the Isle of Cedars. The good masters, of who I am amongst, deal with the most magnificent soldiers in the world, the Unsullied. Interesting. Trained from the childhood, they're the fiercest, most stalwart, most loyal soldiers in the world. None might stand before them. Being a barbarian that you are, whoa, I imagine that you are not familiar with the story of the 3,000 of Quor. Caltimo and his Khalasar, there we go, was defeated by 3,000 Unsullied. Only 400 remained at the end of the battle, but Caltimo was dead, and so was all his sons and 12,000 of his warriors. Interesting. I see, so you're selling slave soldiers? If they're really that good, why are you not part of every army in the world? Bah! Petty lords and knights. Oh, and I accidentally skipped that. You have roused my interest, Master Gazmak. What can you offer me? Usually we sell Unsullied by the century, so as to not split them up. They have a tendency to become fat and bloated. Keeping them together ensures that their discipline and fighting prowess keeps. However, I've heard worrying news that from the east the talk of the dragons and brimstones, so I'm looking to settle down in this area, and as such, we'll only be able to sell Unsullied in small groups. Alright, well, let's see how much Unsullied are. I have 6 Unsullied available for hire at the moment. Each recruit costs 400 silver coins to hire. How many do you want to hire? Never mind, yeah, that's about right. Alright, well, let's see what else we have here. There's the clerk, there's a hedge knight, townswoman that apparently doesn't want to talk to us. These look more like more townspeople. Yep, none of them want to talk to us, okay. We don't have very much gold, so let's just get out of here for now. We'll see if we can find anybody else to mess around with. Lord Gillian. Broken men, huh? Stormland archers? We might be able to kill some. Oh, let's see if he attacks them. If he attacks them, yes, he did. Let's jump in on this. Let's help the neutral guy take the field. And here we go, 81 versus 6. This should be a pretty easy fight, I'd say. Alright, let's just go right in here with the knights. Really like all of the details they've added. It looks really nice. Alright. Water really slows me down. It doesn't look like I can even lance off of this, so... Let's see if I can get a kill in here. It doesn't look like I... Oh, here we go. No, not... Oh, There's some archer shots, that's not good. There we go, level 2. They should be just about dead, yep. Do our little victory dance, oh yeah, oh yeah. Alright, do we get any of the loot off this? Phage Red Blackfire, that's right. And we got a Stormland Archer. Is that it? Yep, doesn't look like we got any loot, but that's okay. We did have a ransom broker here. Let's go see how much this archer sells for really quick. Alright, ransom broker. That's all I need to know, thank you. I want to sell all the Prancer. Alright, 80 coins, that's not bad. We'll take it. Okay, we went ahead and got started at the very least. You know what, we'll go ahead and stop there. I think it's a good stopping point to start the series out. On the next one, we'll start trying to build some armies here. Decide on what kind of troops we want, and we'll kind of go from there. Kind of like, I'm really a big fan of Winterfell. I'm also a big fan of the Targaryens. I'm not sure what kind of troops these would be considered. Dragonstone. We might just build off of that. That would be an interesting way to do it. Just start from there and move forward. The only problem with that is that King's Landing is right there, so maybe we'll move northwest here. But alright, I think that's a good stopping point. If you guys have any suggestions or tips, comments, concerns, anything like that for the next episode, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I will make sure I put a download link for this mod in the comments, and